Yo, what is going on, you sludge-sucking slugmas? Today we're finally getting into some Pikarom action. This is the list I've been running with lately, and finally I found a list that I kind of enjoy playing. Up to this point I was bouncing around between a couple ideas of how I was feeling I wanted the deck to run, and it wasn't really working out. This is what I've settled on recently, and I've been enjoying it. It's been fun, felt powerful, it's felt strong, feels like it gets the job done. So yeah. Pretty straightforward, pretty consistent list. Things I'm kind of bouncing out in between is whether or not I even want Volknar. Currently at 1, I was at 2 before. Energy switch count has felt nice at 3. Currently no switch cards like Switch or Escape Rope, but that might change eventually. I definitely have been liking the 2 Aurora, as making sure you get 1 in play and not prizing it is a pretty big deal. I like 3 Pikachu Zekrom because I like having access to 2 at all times. Once again, I don't really want to prize 1 Tapu Koko. This is a card I'm also not quite sure on yet, but it's had its moments where it's been very strong to kind of bring in an attacker out of nowhere when otherwise I wouldn't have been able to set up anything else. So we're sticking with 1 for right now. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go ahead and get into some games and see how it runs. Alright, getting into the first game here. Absol start is actually pretty good. Kind of like no risk starter, and sometimes in some matchups we want him in play, so kind of works out quite often. We also have the Let Loose in hand, might go for that early on. Check the Acrobike first. Definitely want to save the Electro Power. I think I'm just going to attach active just because we want to be able to retreat him. We are just going to start off with a Let Loose here. I don't love it, but it's not the worst thing ever. Alright, this hand is not great. We're going to Nest Ball, grab a Pikarom. Where you at? There he is. And then we're gonna check this Acrobike, hoping for a draw supporter or an Ultra Ball. Oof. Well, we'd have to go with the Cynthia here, but we lose the Tapu Koko Prism. Wow, that's unfortunate. That is a rough choice there, but we don't really have a choice. Maybe we can KO there, so we kind of even it up there. Yeah, big oof, big oof. All right, looks like it's gonna be a pass from here. Yeah. Pass. We have Ultra Ball for Zapdos, knock out his Tapu Koko Prism Star, so hopefully it stays trapped active. And we get to knock it out with the Zapdos. As long as the Zapdos is in the deck, we can Ultra Ball away our top deck plus the Lily, or an Energy plus the Lily. Okay, they're playing Rayquaza. Ray. Alright. Still want to definitely take out this Tapu Koko, but the matchup, well, maybe it's not as important for us to take out this Tapu Koko anymore. We still want to. Do we want to? Do we care at all, really? Or should we just look to set up the Pikachu Zekrom? Is that just more worth it? I'm actually not sure anymore at this point. This has actually become interesting. Let's see what he goes here for here off the Volknar. There's a Net Ball as well. Right, Candy Lightning. So that tells me their hand probably is Candy Vikavolt. So if we top deck Zapdos or Guzma, we could Guzma knock out the Grubbin. That would be pretty good. There's Thunder Mountain though. So once again, things have changed. If we get an Energy Switch, which is actually, we can actually guarantee the Energy Switch. We can go Lele for Volknar, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and guarantee that Energy Switch here. Yeah, that was a really good top deck. I guess bad Acrobike for good top deck. Lele for the Volknar for the Energy Switch. Yeah, bad top deck, or good top deck for bad Acrobike. I'll take that trade. That's fine with me. So we're gonna go for the Volknar. Energy Switch, we have 9 Lightning in the deck. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Volknar for Energy Switch plus a Lightning for next turn. Sounds good to me. Energy Switch plus a Lightning. Set up the Zorora to attack with, and then from there we want to look to set up another Pikarom. Bench. Energy Switch this up to the active. Yeah, and then KOing their Prism Koko is also pretty cool. Get that out of play. Nope, knockout 1, 2, 3 to the Zorora. All right, this is actually looking okay. We're in kind of an okay situation now. Guzma, the Guzma option is super good, especially if we top deck something like another Pikarom. We can go Guzma knockout the Vikavolt while setting up another Pikarom. So that's like the ideal play to try and pull off here. We'll see what our top deck is, but if we do top deck one, that would be pretty good. We could also use the Zorora or the current Pikachu Zekrom to knock out the Vikavolt, but that's not quite as good because then we don't have like a backup attacker behind that. But they don't really get that many energy in play anyways, We're really not on the threat of being like having our Zorora be knocked out anyways. So we'll see how much damage they actually end up hitting us for. Stretcher probably for another Ray here. And then I expect to see, I don't know, a Cynthia or something come out of hand. The Vulcaner for the Candy was solid turn 1, especially when they have the Candy Pika Vault set up. Looks like they whiffed energy again. They are playing Raikou, so... Yeah, they are playing Raikou. That's all I got. 2 energy to the Ray. And I expect to draw a supporter because the turn 1 Vulcaner wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't a bad play to make. Having the Pika Vault in hand just to get the rare candy there. So like holding off on a draw supporter on the first turn makes sense, but they might not have one here. It looks like it's going to be the Tempest. So no, what's it called here? That is not good for our opponent. They're going to need a ridiculous next turn as we top deck the Pikarom out of full blitz. Knock out this Rayquaza. And this is kind of one of my problems with Rayquaza in general. It's just kind of a clunky deck. Does not consistently get the job done. Yeah, consistently struggles to get the job done for sure. Full blitz for the knockout here with that electro power, and then we're gonna be able to charge up this benched Pikarom. Or should we just go with the active? Actually, we should just go with the active at this point. Get our active ready to go, and now we can actually just win the game next turn. We just knock out, we attach 1 more energy to our active, or attach no energy to our active because of the Thunder Mountain, and then we just go Tag Vault GX, knock out Rayquaza, knock out Pika Vault on the bench, and I don't think there's anything our opponent can do about it. I don't think they can one-shot us this turn. I would be surprised if they could one-shot us this turn. They would need an insane amount of stuff. So yeah, that's Pikarom at its fullest. Super fast, super aggressive. If our opponent stumbles even for a second, we end up with a very easy victory. Yeah, gotta be equally fast, equally aggressive to actually keep up with the Pikarom, or have massive advantage in weakness typing or something, because otherwise Pikarom will just run over you. All right, opening with top of Cocoa Prism isn't great. It's like fine if we go first because we'll have time to protect it. But if we go second, we usually risk losing it. In this situation, I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna open up with some Acrobikes here. I kind of just want to take the Pikachu Zekrom GX. Yeah, we're just gonna take it. Screw it. Another Acrobike. There's the Lily we were looking for. So this guy's coming down. This is coming down. This is coming down. I think the Outfall is also going to come down. And then we're going to Lily for 6. So we're playing against a spread deck. Holy moly. That is just not good. What? 6 energy, 7, 8. We play 13 lightning energy, and we have 8 of them in play already. Hand plus discard and bench. All right. So top deck energy switch is good. Top deck Guzma is good. Top deck Ultra Ball is good. Top deck Lele is good. Anything else besides those is not so good. So we're hoping for some decent top decks here. We might just end up going and attacking with this as our odd prizer in this matchup. We'll see. See what our opponent is actually playing. There's a Guzma up our Pikachu Zekrom. That is fine with me, and it's a pass. So we got the dog. There was the Guzma top deck as well, so if they had a little bit more play to their game, we would have had the Guzma response with the full blitz on the bench, but they end up Guzming up our Pikachu Zekrom for whatever reason, making it that much easier for us to take a knockout this turn. And that's it. That's all we got for that game. Yeah, don't Guzma up the Pikachu Zekrom and make it easier for your opponent to be able to knock out your only Pokemon in play. Alright, getting into another one here. Playing against a Zoroark deck. Probably a Zoroark. Zoroark can be a little bit of a tough matchup, but I'm not worried about it yet until the ball starts snowing or snow starts snowballing, whatever. Yeah, go ahead and throw a Zoroark down. We do need one pretty much no matter what. The hand is not great. Might be fixed with the Lily. I doubt it though. We're probably going to be off to a pretty slow start in this one, and we're going to have to kind of climb our way back. But I'm not worried about it. We should be able to get it done. There's an Oranguru, there's a Zorua, there's a Lily for 4. So not a great start from our opponent either. Alright, they got, okay, so it's Zoroark Decidueye with Oranguru. That's fine with me. I don't think that's very good. Ooh, there's an Ultra Ball. Very nice, very nice. Ultra Ball away a Lightning and the Guzma. Actually, it would be not too unlikely for us to get an attack off this turn. We have the Thunder Mountain. So, oh, I should have checked for the Coco. You know what? We're just going to assume the Coco's in the deck. We're just going to go for it here. Hope Coco's in the deck at this point. All right, here we go. Is Coco in the deck? Let's find out. Alright, never punished. Got the Coco. Absol doesn't really do too much in this matchup. We're not going to bench him just yet. Maybe in a little bit. Charge up these boys. And then we got the free retreat on the Lele from the initial attachment. And then the full blitz. Yeah, they could play Field Blower. We don't want to put the Choice Band in play. Put 2 energy on this Aurora. I don't want to overextend our energy. The Thunder Mountain, I'm going to assume they played a Devoured Field. So I don't want to assume Thunder Mountain is going to stick. And another quick game. In this one, the aggression and the speed of Pikarom coming through again. If you can't keep up, you're going to get kicked down. That's the way it works against Pikarom. Alright, after kicking our opponents down pretty consistently with the Pikarom, we're back into another game here. We top deck an energy switch. Actually, we do have the turn 1. I think we top deck the energy switch, get Ultra Ball away those two, get Coco, get Thunder Mountain. Yeah, if we top deck energy switch here, we have turn 1 knockout with Pikachu Zekrom here with the full blitz. I don't even know if we'd go for it even if we have access to it, but we could do it. We don't need to do it by any means. So our opponent is playing the Blastoise Articuno deck. Yeah, Blastoise Articuno. The deck is actually like okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It is definitely on the alright scale of decks right now. I don't think we're too afraid of it. I think we should be able to run over pretty quickly. Ideally, we just want to save up all of our Electro Powers and a Choice Band, and then one-shot the Whale Lord when it does come out. There's also a Lele on their bench, which means we're going to be able to get 2 prizes with that, with a full Tag Bolt GX eventually. So I think we just kind of save everything up, and then we just like one-shot a Whale Lord at some point. I think that's the game plan. Now that they push up this Articuno, though, I kind of want to try and knock it out with a what's it called? Zapdos. Zapdos is prized, so it's not going to be possible. So I think we're just going to grab the Tapu Koko here. Yeah, that's fine with me. Can still potentially get off the turn 1. Unlikely, but no reason not to kind of play into it here. We need to hit Energy Switch plus Thunder Mountain. So it's possible, unlikely. We don't really care if we hit it or not. Just if we do hit it, it's nice. Oof, if we had 2 lightning in our discard pile, we would have gotten it there. Oh man. Alright. Nest Ball. I think I'm just going to grab another Pikarom here. Yeah, because we just want to set up another Pikarom off our first Pikarom. And then I think we're just going to hit it with the pass. Could possibly top deck like Ultra Ball to get rid of another lightning. So if I just Ultra Balled away 2 lightnings instead of the Coco GX, I would have had it there, but then I would have drawn 1 less card off the Lily. So I'm still fine with the play I made. Just would have drawn 1 less card. Yeah, so I think this one is basically... The writing's already on the wall in this one. We didn't dead draw. So I think we pretty much already win this game. We're going to knock out a couple Articunos. So there's a Quagsire. Does that really change anything? No, not really. We're going to knock out a couple Articunos. And then we're going to eventually GX and clean up Lele as the 2 prizes. So just because of the Lele, I think the game is pretty much over. We just kind of have to not make too many mistakes and not dead draw from here. And I think we'll eventually just kind of take this one. There's the Powerful Squall. Does it move all of them or just 2? Move 2. Okay, so you can put extra here. Oh no, you can put them wherever you want, right? Yeah, alright. Even better. Yeah, but these ones are just going to probably go from this Articuno to this Articuno. Well, maybe not now. These might make their way to the Wooper, I guess. No. Well, now there's going to be energy stuck on that Articuno. Whatever you say, boss. Alright, Choice Band's going to come here. Preemptively trying to, like, prepare ourselves for a Whale Lord to come out. We want to be able to one-shot it with one of these Pikaroms. Energy switch this to the active. And then I think we're going to play Cynthia, try and see some more cards here. And there's the Thunder Mountain. I don't think we need to use it. I don't think we need to use the Acro Bike. Just full blitz. Full blitz for 3 on to this guy. And then I think we're going to go look for a Zorora. Set up a Zorora next turn. Yeah, set up a Zorora. Could he knock us out? He could knock us out with a Whale Lord potentially here, actually, already. So we could actually just get knocked out by a Whale Lord here. That would actually be a little scary if we were to get knocked out by a Whale Lord here already. Yeah, I would be a little bit scared for that to happen, actually. So hopefully we do not get knocked out by a Whale Lord here. That'd be super nice. But he could get enough energy off of the Powerful Squall. retreat into a Wailord, and move all the energy off with the Quagsire. Maybe would need a little bit to pull the whole gameplay off, especially now after sending up the Articuno, which has 2 retreat costs. So now he's going to have to come up with 3 fresh energy out of somewhere. And if not, we're going to get the knockout on this Articuno, and then we're going to play for the one-shot on probably an eventual Wailord, plus that Lele on the bench. Maybe they don't play Wailord. I assume they play Wailord. Wailord just kind of makes sense in this deck. When I've been playing it, I've been playing the Wailord in there. The Wailord's just kind of really good in there as well. Ooh, Palkia GX is something we have to be scared of too, though. I forgot about Palkia GX. Uh-oh. Oh, that would be troublesome if our opponent plays Palkia GX. Oh, man, I didn't even really think about Palkia GX. Palkia GX would be really hard for us to deal with. I really don't want to put any more energy into play. Well, no, it's the same thing, right? Because then just go back to your, what's it called? Deck. But that would be really annoying to deal with. Oh, man. All right, we'll see how this goes then. I didn't even really think about that. I'm going to start with an Ultra Ball here. We're going to get rid of Lucia and Volkner. Don't need either of those anymore. I'm going to grab the Zorora. Now I'm just kind of like thinking in my head about the Palkia GX. That's going to be really tough for us to deal with. I don't want to attach this one out of hand, I don't think. Well, we can put it there. Let's start with the Acrobike. I actually want the energy here, I feel like. Yeah, I'll attach energy here and then play Lily for 3. Yeah. Full Blitz. I don't even know how many energy are left in deck. Not a whole ton, I don't think. Maybe not even enough to set up the Zorora. Oh, just enough to set up the Zorora. All right. Yeah, I actually don't even know how this game's gonna go now because of Palkia GX. If our opponent plays it and if they pull it off next turn, that's gonna be something I'm not prepared to deal with. I don't think I'm prepared to deal with Palkia GX right here, at all. But we'll see. We'll see. A game plan we can kind of set up here is to go for the GX attack this next turn, knock out the active, knock out the Lele, and then look for a Guzma knockout with the Zapdos on potentially the Quagsire. We would need 2 Electro Power or an Articuno. Probably not this one. Yeah, that's definitely something we can do. Looks like there's going to be 2 Articunos in play, so we could get rid of that Articuno. Alright, so now we're going to look for the Tag Team GX attack, knock out Articuno and Lele, and then have the Zapdos. Oh no, it's getting Pokecombed away. Who knows what we're gonna face now. Yeah, but that's our game plan. Knock out the active plus the bench Pokemon with the GX attack, and then look to knock out our Articuno or Quagsire. But we'll need double Electro Power for this guy to knock out the Quagsire. Currently don't have any access to any Electro Power. That means, I mean, there is 4 left in deck with only a 21 card deck, so there's a good chance we're gonna draw into sometime soon. There's the powerful Squall for a whiff. So no energy in play. Oh, but he does play Aqua Patch. All right, all right. Aqua Patch to the Quagsire instead. And there's the Wailord. So the Wailord will be taking the knockout here on the Pikachu Zekrom. Oh man. All right, so I gotta deal with this now. We can't one-shot him. That is something we were trying to build up into, but we're not there. We could go with the Guzma knockout Quagsire, knockout Lele. Could go with the Guzma knockout Blastoise, knockout Lele. Could just punch this, knockout Lele, and then we'd be stuck with 2 prizes left, which doesn't sound great. We have to figure out how to draw those 2 prizes. And if we punch this hard enough, then we could just like KO it the next turn, I guess. But if he sends up Articuno, we can't Guzma it into the active is kind of the problem I see here with that. We only have 1 Guzma right now anyways. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do here. There's the Super Splash. Still have to be afraid of the Palkia GX potentially coming down. Yeah. All right, there's the Super Splash knocking out our Zekrom. They draw 3 prizes. I guess us getting rid of what's it called wasn't the best idea, the Coco. I wasn't really thinking about that. But Coco's actually really good in this matchup, isn't it? Because they put enough energy in play and you just one-shot whatever they have. All right, this is going to happen. How many Guzma do we have left? We have 1 Guzma left. We have 1 Lele left. So we could still pull it off on the next turn. All right, sounds good to me. Thunder Mountain. And I think we're going to Guzma up the Quagsire and just kind of lock the energy on the Wailord. Yeah, I'm going to bench him. I'm going to energy switch one of these to the Zapdos to just have him ready to go. And then we're going to Guzma up the Quagsire. And we're going to GX attack, knock out Quagsire, knock out Lele, and then look to knock out that Articuno. Either it's in the active, which means we just win the game, or it stays on the bench, which means we just have to look for Guzma to knock it out. We're going down to 1 prize card here. I think our last Guzma was in our deck. I think I saw it. If it's not, hopefully it's not our last prize. I'm almost positive our second Lele is in our deck. So we're pretty set up here to win the game, I think. Yeah, either Articuno sits in the active, which means Zapdos can just knock it out, or Articuno is on the bench, which means we can just Guzma into the active and knock it out with Zapdos for our last prize. I don't think there's any way for them to draw 3 prizes here, but I'd be very interested to see if there is. I'm very curious as to what their means would be to draw 3 prizes here. Another fail on the Powerful Squall. They're either doing it on purpose or they're actually just not hitting energy. I'm actually not sure. But yeah, there's the concession. I think we had the game pretty much locked up on the next turn no matter what. So it doesn't really matter even if they had a decent attack on that turn. I don't think they were winning the game that turn. That's the important part. If they're not winning the game, it doesn't really matter what they're doing. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video on Pikarom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The deck is super strong when it sets up. It's super fast. It's pretty fast. When it does set up, it's super aggressive and has to be dealt with immediately, or you kind of just steamroll your opponent. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Pikarom. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links to my Twitch live stream and social medias in the description below. Be sure to check all that out. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.